Hello, everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to my weekly meltdowns coverage of Survivor. I almost said Big Brother. Survivor Ghost Island, episode 4. Before we get balls deep into this, I just want to go out now and do my disclaimer that I have neglected to do lately. If you are offended easily, you cannot laugh at yourself, and you like to accuse people of judging others while you judge them, bye. It's up at the top. It's that little red X. See you later. But thank you for the view. Okay. Anyway, I've got Tyler with us and Deborah being a special guest, Ethan. Ethan is also a Sequester alumni. This is like turning into like a Sequester thing. It's like I had like, actually, when I popped in the room and I saw Ethan there, I broke into a cold sweat. And I was like, I'm like having a war flashback.
Yeah, he's voting us out.
He's voting me out. My little fart in the wind. I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here. This will be a fun little fireside chat for us.
Yes, huh? I am excited. Wow, what an episode. I have to say that tribal council had me almost shitting my pants. That was insane. I don't even know where to begin with it. So somebody, let's first get through what happened in
the beginning.
Let's start at the beginning. I just want to go that, Malau Lau couldn't get any Malolo, or what was it that a little Sebastian said?
Malolo's new low or something like that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this guy freaked me out the entire episode. I'm just saying.
Dominic has his idol and his legacy advantage.
Right.
And by Morgan. So he's sitting pretty now.
Right. And I was so praying that tribe, what tribe was it? Navidi? Yes. I was praying that they would go to tribal council. That's so bad. It's like the tribe that I want to go to tribal council never fucking goes.
Yeah.
So we just saw some like bonding between Dominic and Wendell, and Dominic's pretty much admitting to everyone, yeah, I've got a real idol, blah, blah, blah. And let's see what
Angela's mad as friggin' hell at Wendell and Dominic for voting for her.
Angela was in the episode for like 2 seconds tonight. I don't get it. Like, we didn't even see any of Malau.
Seriously, she had like, I want to kill you on her face the whole time.
I'm really not sure why she's there, like why she was cast. Like every time she's on screen, like I feel like it's just like nails on a chalkboard, or like that person that like skids their feet instead of picking them up. Like it's just really unpleasant.
I mean,
it's the unfun version of Trish from Kagyan. That's the
Trish is one of my favorite players of all time.
If Trish took a shit, or like she took her evil twin and spawned another human being, it would be Angela. Every time she's there, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Please don't eat my soul.
Right.
It's like, oh, you're here.
Like,
and her eyes too. Like I feel like it's like a bird that's like watching you, and she's about to like prey. And I'm just a little terrified for my life every time she speaks.
If Sebastian and Angela ever are on screen together, that's gonna be very scary. Because Sebastian was freaking me fuck out tonight, pretty much everywhere, and I kept thinking like. Deborah G said he looks like Sid from Ice Age.
Yeah, and he's getting more and more disturbing looking the dirtier he gets.
Yeah.
I don't know what was more disturbing, him or Kellen's psychic abilities.
Where is Sebastian from? Is he like he reminds me of like a typical
I think he's from Florida.
I think he's from Florida because him and Chris were like, yeah, bro, we're both from Florida, bro.
I could see Florida too, but I'm just...
Yeah, I think he's a Florida fisherman.
I thought it was from the prehistoric age, since we said he looked like he was.
He's not from this timeline.
No, he's not.
Or he's had a lot of work done to make it look like he is.
That hair, though. Oh, my God. That hair. He's got hair for miles. Oh, we've got some people in the chat room. Joy Con Thomas, one of our regulars, is there. Tyler's in the chat room. I was about to say hi. We have a new person. It's Tyler. Lonnie is in there. Hello. Mars is in there. Let's see.
Hey, Mars.
And hey, Phelan. Phelan's in there. Phelan. I thought about you during this episode tonight. Oh, my God. When they were doing that, what was it? I have a note. Hold on. I got to look. Because my nerd notes over here. during the, what was it? The not the immunity challenge, the other one, the reward challenge, when the girls were fighting and they all went cat and they were all strangling each other. All I could think of was, what would Phelan do in that kind of situation?
That challenge is brutal.
Yeah. It's really physically exerting on people, and just for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and milk, like if I were them, I would say, like, guys, like, take it easy. Like, it's okay if we lose this. Like, let's save our energy for where it really counts, which is the immunity challenge. But I think, like, the best version of this challenge ever was in Token Jeans, when it was, like, pouring down rain. And do you guys remember when Sandy literally, like, took Erin's, like, top off and she was, like, riding her like a bull? Like, that's what I think of when I think of that challenge.
But
no, I'm 41. I can't remember last week.
Did that competition. Laurel
she did.
Was a beast.
This was a great episode for Laurel overall. Like, physically, like, mentally, you know, we got some little backstory by her too, which is always a good thing editing wise. I actually wrote down that this is Laurel's coming out episode.
Yes.
Excited to see where she goes, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I have something interesting they did for the reward challenge. They let them pick the person that goes to Ghost Island, and that was just kind of a curveball, and said, and they will be back in time for tribal council. Why do you think they did that?
Because they realized that they were just basically sending him to a day spa and giving him a pot of rice. So there's got to be something bad about it. Basically. Like, come on. I was like, someone's going to leak at some point that Ghost Island's not that torturous, right? Like, Donathan didn't spill the tea. I was waiting for someone to be like, actually, it's a positive, so let's...
Yeah, I got to eat.
Yeah, I got to eat. I got to do a bunch of other things. Yeah, I mean, it's...
Have my monologue and get a storyline finally. If you're that... What was her name? Kellen?
Kellen, the psychic.
Because I had no idea who she was when they said Kellen. I'm like, who?
I wish that I didn't know who she was, though. She's awful to listen to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of into her. Like, I really like where she's going so far.
I had no idea who the hell she was. I'm like, who?
You know what? I will.
At this point, that she's a divorcee.
I will say about Kellen, what I loved about her, she's made reality TV history of being the one strong bitch who decided to not take an advantage and decided to do the smart thing and keep her goddamn vote. So props to her on that.
Yeah, I was really torn about that at first. And then I started really thinking about what she said about, you know, if I lose my vote, you know, that's really, because just imagine how the vote would have gone tonight if she hadn't used her vote.
Yeah,
but you know,
it would have been rocks.
It would have been rocks. I did have a thing. I've noticed tonight that James is a big time growler and grunter, because he was all over the damn place during the immunity challenge and that freaking luxury, whatever. Dude, it's peanut butter and jelly. It's PB and fucking J.
And once again, he did not.
And it's probably going to go right through you. So calm down. Do what? I'm sorry, Tyson.
No, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, like, once again, like, they're really highlighting how much James is, like, physically, like, not doing very well. Like, they really are making it a point to really focus on that time and time after again. Like, his group was the one that lost in this reward challenge, and then, like, during the immunity, we'll get to that too, but, like, they really showed him, like, not helping move, like, the thing onto the box, and then him not helping Chris, like, pull the string and stuff like that.
Yeah, what was that? Then nobody was helping Chris with the box. He was on his own.
And this just goes to show that there's an element of luck that goes into every single one of these wins, for sure.
Well, during the reward challenge, everybody just stood there and watched Chris get the ring and take off with it. Everybody just freaking stood there. I'm like, hello, what's happening right now? And he just took it and doggy paddled his little ass over there and touched the pole.
Yeah, I think Chris is really great. I'm really liking what he's doing so far. He's a little crazy, but he's the strongest person on that tribe. And I don't know. I feel like his team just needs to help him out a little bit.
Well, they did. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ethan.
I just want to, about Chris, the thing with him is he just is so much like, I like you, I like you, I like you. Mm-hmm. We're good, we're good, we're good. Having such an overbearing quality like that is going to rub people the wrong way. And that's essentially what pushed Laurel and Donathan to be like, who the fuck is this guy? Like,
Yeah.
are you serious? Like,
He's not genuine
you
enough.
want to work with people that you like, and God, Chris is not likable. So I like that at the end of the episode they showed that Chris is like starting to open up a little bit, but he just comes off way too strong immediately.
Yeah.
Well, it's just turning into, who is it? Dom versus Chris.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And you know what? These two could actually come together.
Can you imagine?
Oh,
Like they would
really
be
scary.
powerful.
Yeah.
They
But
better pray that doesn't happen.
yeah.
Right.
They would be a force together. One thing, while we're still talking about the reward challenge, let's give a round of applause for Chelsea for finally getting screen time when she was told to sit out.
Yeah, I actually wrote that
Three
down.
fucking episodes.
Chelsea's first words were "I'm sitting." That is not the first quote of a winner in this game.
I don't even know who Chelsea is. I'm so
This girl.
Is she the redhead with the painted on eyebrows?
Mm-hmm. Somehow out in the wilderness too.
Oh no shit, Ethan. I was sitting there going, how the fuck? I can't, my eyebrows have already faded from today.
Probably using like pig shit or something. Wiping it on her eyebrows to get its color.
That is insane. Wow. Like, okay, so Chelsea's eyebrow girl.
Yeah, but
okay.
a lot of times they get the tattoo. They get.
I was just about to say the tattoo thing, but
yeah, because what's her face did Sierra Dawn? She had her eyebrows all tattooed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, favorite game changer, Sierra Dawn Thomas.
But I've seen a picture of her lately. It looks like she had them toned down a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were really severe.
Well, you know, when you're sitting out of challenges like that and telling everybody, I'm sitting, you know, I guess you have time to go over all these choices that you're making.
Shit on your eyebrows.
Yeah. That was her luxury item. Shit for her, pig shit for her eyebrows. You know, it's funny because they didn't even show a lot of Malalau. It's Malalau.
In like the first half.
Yeah, they didn't show any of them until they lost the immunity challenge. And then it was like scrambling for foot. They spent so much time on the freaking Navidi, what the fuck ever. Excuse my language. Navidi. They spent so much time on them. They're so misguiding at this point that when I'm watching the show, I'm thinking, okay, they're spending a lot of time on this tribe. They're not the ones going to tribal council. Y'all are not pulling this fast one over on me anymore. I'm over it. But and then I think they kind of tried to pull a fast one with the Ghost Island twist. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the immunity challenge, Navidi, I just want to address this immunity challenge. What the hell was that? You got a cage out. You had to pull it on some wood stuff and some balls were in it. And you had to put those balls on top. My mind was blown by this challenge for some reason. Like, I'm sitting here going, how are you going to get the balls up there without knocking the other balls off? I'm not a ball expert. I'll play with balls. But I'm just saying, how does that even work?
It's the swimming is what tires you out. You push the damn box there, and then you got to hope that your two athletic people still have enough breath to play a little bit of horse and not to fuck up their own balls. You notice how they kept knocking them off, too.
Yeah, that was making me, my anxiety level. This show gives me so much anxiety. This is like bad. Because when they went back and Malala was talking and, okay, I got to get on this. Bradley.
Oh, fuck.
I do not like this cocky little person. He's acting like he's running the show. Stephanie is like, what do you know? Or she asked him, what's going on? And he goes, well, it's 5-4. Dude, you're dead to me. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to remove you physically from this island. Do you understand me? Get out of my face.
I mean, anytime you compare yourself to Boston Rob and Kim Spradlin, that's never a good look.
Oh.
There's no way. He's dreaming. There's no way.
And just think about how he's been built up as being like this complainer, and somehow his core group is sticking with him. So I don't understand. Why would you stick with someone who's just so unpleasant? Do they think that they can drag him to the end and sit next to him and win?
I understand why. I think that it's just out of fear right now. Like, the numbers are so crucial to keep right now. You know,
Yeah.
now that they have this advantage of 5-3, I think now they have the leeway to get rid of Bradley if they want.
They should have gotten rid of him tonight. Okay, this takes us to tribal council. Michael, this little 18-year-old who I've been talking about all the last couple of weeks, who's cute and I would Puma all over. Oh my God. He was really he was playing.
Yeah, he was.
And he even said, yeah, he tried, but it got to the point during the tribal council, okay, we get it, Michael. We get you're going to make a big move. You're trying to convince everyone to big move. And he's turning around and he goes, you know, this will be the moment that you look back in Survivor history and go, I should have made this play. And that's when I was like, okay, reel it in a little bit. It's like the 4th episode. Okay, you haven't even merged yet.
Now that trial only saved one person, right? He said he told everybody it saved 2.
Well,
I thought that was cool. I thought that was smart to try to stretch the truth a little bit about how much power he did have.
Yeah.
But I think that he came off a little bit too desperate, as Allison said, when he was like stretching it out more and more and more. It's better to say a little bit and then shut up and then let the other one crap their pants and be like, oh, wow, should I vote? Like, they should have said that they're going to vote for Bradley, because then they could have even had Bradley flip and be like, oh, shit, I need to vote for this person or I'm out or something like that.
I wouldn't have said anything about the immunity.
Too many of their cards.
Yeah, that's what got me, because I was like, the minute he said, oh, I'm going to show this to them in the middle of it, I thought, no, you had me and then you lost me. You can't do that. You're going to shit the bed. That's what you're going to do. And I thought that immunity idol was for 2 people and you only played it for 1.
Well, no, that's what he lied about. Like, he tried to make it sound like it was for 2 people.
Okay.
And I'm actually not as down on his lie and his performance tonight. I thought it was really, really well done, especially given his age and his probably inexperience, really, of knowledge of the game. I thought that he did a really great job in kind of like scaring these people. And, you know, when this minority in this tribe has their back against the wall, what else can they do except throw shit on the wall and hope that it sticks? Yeah. I would have been scared, like, if I were, like, especially somebody like Kellen, who is, like, a super fan of this game. I would have guessed that, like, maybe she would have believed into that, because tying it back into the whole, like, Ghost Island theme, like, making it, like, 2 idols and stuff like that, I think that's pretty believable, and I think that he did a really great job at trying to convince them.
I think I would have called bullshit on him with that.
Why did he use it on Stephanie, though? Because I didn't hear really her name come up during the episode.
I think that he thought that he was reading people's faces as he went up and said, oh, I'm going to use it on me and Brendan. And then he turns and he's like, oh, wait. Because, like, people are, like, obviously, like, stale face. He was probably thinking, like, oh, I'm misfiring here. I'm just going to use it on Stephanie. At that point, I was like, dude, like, you know they're going to vote one of the guys out. They're going to try to weaken you a little bit more, and you're going to take out the leader. I think he just kept overthinking and trying so hard to make it such a big performance that he just overthought himself, and they completely messed up. It was really unfortunate to watch as a viewer, because you're just, like, rooting against Bradley, the asshole.
Yeah.
Bradley, the asshole, gets to go back and be in the numbers next week. You're just like, God, this fucker.
It just amazed. It's just, I was like, you had it. You could have had it. You didn't have to sit. You could have just sat there and not, you know, it's not bad to not, you can sit there and play the game undercover without everyone knowing what you're doing.
Sure. And plus, like, Stephanie was definitely the most vocal at that tribal about her disdain for Bradley. So maybe, like, they went into there with her doing that on purpose to try and shift that target off of one of the guys.
The thing here, though, is that they should have not even named a target on the. If you're gonna show your dick and show your idol, and you're gonna be like, I got this and I'm gonna play it, you want them all to be scared about who's gonna be leaving, because that'll cause them to crack more. If you're like, we're all gonna vote for Bradley, then they're all gonna be like, we're gonna call your bluff and we're gonna stick with our plan of 5 strong onto whoever they agreed on before. Like, it makes it too easy for them at that point.
Yeah,
And-
leave them wondering.
Right. And you're so desperate at being the 4 out of 5 that you'll say and do anything.
Mhm.
So it's just kind of like, I mean, when you're in that situation and you're part of the 5, what do? Do you fall for it? And, then what? I mean, it's just kind of, I was kind of stuck myself because I was thinking, I don't know if I would turn yet because you haven't merged yet.
Yeah.
It's just so
There's no point.
ejaculating everywhere. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I do want to give props to Kellen, though, for reeling back in, like, any thoughts maybe of people switching over. She just did a really great job, like, being rational about it, saying, like, well, even if you do switch over, like, you won't be in, like, in this, like, cool kids club. Like, you'll still be on the outside of this majority group. And I thought that it was just a really subtle but really smart and probably really effective job at making sure everybody stayed on track where they needed to be.
Now, how could Desiree not listen to Michael during tribal council when she voiced her opinion at camp about who to eliminate and they all just shot her down?
I'm really confused. I'm not sure. Like, I really want to hear more from Desiree. That's like somebody we haven't really heard, like, in confessionals or anything.
Quiet, yeah.
Yeah. So it's really hard to say.
I mean,
I think that's going to be a buildup of her, like, getting to her level of shit,
For sure, yeah. But
well, all in all, it was a good episode, and it definitely had me until the very end. Like, I had to pee so bad, and I was watching it live, and I was, like, afraid to run to the...
Yeah.
Hey, Tyler, you had said before there's, like, a formula on how you can tell who is getting the winner's edit. What are your thoughts on that as of right now?
So it's called EDGIC, and it takes like a couple days for people to rewatch the episode and then point out like who's getting like what specific edit. But I really want to say that Kellen is getting a really great like winner's edit so far. Because even when like you have to think like the audience right now, like they're really cheering against Bradley's alliance, like this majority where like they have like a really negative attitude, but the person like that they're highlighting within that group positively is Kellen with having this amazing story at Ghost Island, with the really heroic music, and then them kind of showing her like reeling in everybody at that tribal council again, like I mentioned earlier. Like the editors are really trying hard to make sure that she's still being seen in a really positive light. And especially like cues like music and stuff really give a key indicator in terms of what the editors want you as a viewer to be thinking about and forming an opinion about.
Okay.
Does that make any sense? So yeah, I would say like Kellen is probably at the top of my own list. I'll see online and see what other people are saying, but I kind of want to make my own opinions before I see like if they're aligned with everybody else's.
I think that Michael also has a strong edit. Maybe he did a blunder. Yeah. He's not a perfect player, but you could see that it would be easy for him to pick up the pieces and be like, well, fuck. Like, yeah. I messed up here, but I can still make it up as the game progresses because everyone has a piece of their heart rooting for the jailbait to make it far.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Dominic? Him having an idol plus a legacy advantage and being so close to that legacy advantage being able to be used.
Who are you asking?
Anybody.
I'll go first. I mean, I think that in this feud of Dominic and Chris, I really think that Dominic is going to be the one that comes out on top. He just has the tools, and I think he has the better social integration with the people on his tribe. Look at who, like Laurel went to Dominic. Dominic didn't go to Laurel in this episode tonight. So people are obviously like interested in working with him. Whereas Chris, like you guys all said earlier, Chris is very much so like, I like you. I'm going to make the shots. Here's like your plan and here's how I progress you forward. It's almost like he's talking at them instead of with them. And I think that Dominic is doing a much better job making it a we instead of an I and you. Yes.
And that's very important. Like it's so important because Chris, I felt like is coming off as, like Ethan said, I like you, I don't like you. This is what we need to do because I'm saying it. I don't like Dominic. I want him gone, and he needs to go.
Yeah, just because you walk up to someone and say, I like you and I want to work with you, there's no trust built. You never build any trust with them. You never had a conversation, no personal conversations. You didn't take the time to get to know people, on a personal level, on a human level. Why would they want to trust you?
If I hear one more person say, I like them, I like them, I'm going to have an aneurysm. Because let me tell you something, y'all be fucking friends after the show's over. Okay, right now, you need to be playing the game. Seriously.
Exactly.
I mean, come on, Jonathan, I love you, babe, but stop saying you like people. I really
I
don't
fucking
care.
hate Jonathan. He's not my
What?
I don't like Jonathan. I think that
like
he's a moron. His voice is annoying. They're trying to make him be like a toddler that you just want to pick up and hold, but I honestly want to push him down a vat of fire. What I wanted to say while we're still talking about Chris, though, like the thing with Chris, this is what I'll tell you what's funny about Chris. You have those 4, right, who like fucked shit up and voted out Morgan just to make them in the majority to the other, or make it 4-4. But they knew that Chris would be so narcissistic about it and that he would make it about him. You're like, oh, they voted Morgan out? Oh, they tried to target my little puppet girl? They're coming after me, blah, blah, blah. Like, further divide those two. They get 2-2. So, props to the strong 4.
Yeah.
I mean, that one Asian guy can't swim. I forget his name. James?
James.
He can't
the
swim,
growler.
but he can at least think. They can use this thing, and that's all they need to win the game and make it to the merge.
These tribe lines are really strong this season.
Do you think they're going to do another swap before they merge, or are they just going to merge?
Well, now they're down to, 16 or 17?
They're down to 15, I think, right? No.
They're down to 16 now.
Okay.
We've lost 4, so.
Yeah.
Maybe at 14, they should do another swap.
Well, when does he get to use his legacy advantage?
13.
Oh, that's right, 13.
So
that's
13 or 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's at 6, right? 13 or 6.
They'll definitely have another swap then. There's no way they'll let them sit there for that long again.
No, definitely not.
They'll switch it up.
Oh.
They got to keep it spicy. They got to make sure people are on their toes.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that Michael said, like he was going on and on during tribal council that, this will be the moment that you look back and go, why didn't I play the game or do this? Why didn't I play the game I was meant to play? And I'm sitting here thinking this while they're reading the votes, and he could have said, if he had left it at Brendan, it would have, if Bradley had gone after that, it would have been epic. I would have been like, holy crap.
Yeah.
It would have been
amazing.
Panty dropping moment.
Right.
Yeah.
I would have been like, bye, Bradlin.
But now we have to deal with Bradley and him talking about how great of a lawyer he's going to be.
Fantastic lawyer. He's a fantastic lawyer.
You're ruining your client base by advertising this. Like, I would never, ever in my entire life take your work or recommend you to anyone. Such a bad idea to be so overconfident. And, they always, he like tried to flack on social media about his last week edit. He was like, oh, I was only complaining like once and they like just caught my one bad moment.
Yeah,
no, you clearly are a terrible person because even Stephanie, who's not being told what to say, was just like, I've never heard an adult complain so much in my entire life.
Right.
He's being a little bitch. Okay.
He's a little bitch. That was my only tweet about the episode tonight.
Oh, did you?
I was like, Bradley is such a little bitch. Like,
a little bitch. And here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing. I've never known a Bradley that I have ever liked. I've known plenty of Brads that I've liked, but I've never known a Bradley that I've liked. And just his name. I'm just like, dude, you have a douchebag name. You're talking about yourself. You're not Rob, Boston Rob. You're not that chick you're talking about. It's just, stop it. Stop. And I just wonder if the producers or whoever are just sitting there going, yeah, tell us, build yourself up. It just, oh God.
He's
It's like,
so delusional.
yeah.
I would say in honorance or just in remembrance of Stephen Hawking, rest in peace. Something that he would always say when people would like try to, give him a hand job and be like, well, not literally, but like build him up, be like, you're so smart. He'd be like, people who truly are smart don't talk about how smart they are.
Thank you.
So
yes.
exactly with Bradley too. Like the greats don't talk about how great they are. You never hear Michael Jordan talking about how great of a basketball player he is.
Yep.
He just does it and he performs. Then we have fucking Bradley's ass over here getting lucky. His downfall will be so fun to watch.
It is.
I have my popcorn ready.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And I think it's gonna be soon too. I don't see this as like a story that's really gonna go all season long.
Guys like him don't last that long though.
What?
Guys like him don't last that. I mean, I think he'll make it to the merge somehow.
You think so?
I think he might.
If he does make the merge, though, the scary part is you want to be sitting next to a Bradley in the end because he will tarnish every relationship he makes because they're going to be like, I'm not voting. You like at the end, you're going to vote for gameplay, but you're also going to vote for someone that you actually want to win the money. No one's going to want someone who's going to become a lawyer, first of all. Stigma there. Second of all, you're insufferable to live with and be around. And third of all, fuck you. Like, you're never going to vote.
Just fuck you.
Like, I would bring him all the way to the end, and they'd be smart too as well if he makes the merge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's the kind of person, and at the end of the day, you think this, and you're like, okay, I don't want him to make it to the merge because of this, but I do think they're kind of screwed if he does, I think, make it to the merge.
Pre-merge. And I would tell people that too. I'd be like, you want us to next? Like, you let him get to the merge, he will be in the finals. Do you want to live with him that long? Like.
And there's another thing Michael said during the tribal council tonight to Sebastian. He said, they're going to use you. You're physical. You think they're going to want you in the final two with them. And I'm sitting here thinking, sweetie, you're physical.
You looked in the mirror, Hobag.
Would you stop? We get it. You're a superstar. We got it. Quit.
Leave Sid alone.
Oh, God, that guy. You have ruined him for me, Deborah. I can't even watch him. And he got a lot of camera time tonight. And it was just constantly his. That's all it is.
Aren't you glad Bob Ross isn't on the show anymore?
Well, Bob Ross never replied to my messages about coming on the show, so.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a faker. I hate the super fans that are fakers. He doesn't actually like the show. He just got recruited and probably watched a season or two before he got on the goddamn show. Because he's not a true fan. A true fan would be trolling all the boards and being on all these kind of casts, telling their story.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fucker. I don't like him.
I love you, Ethan.
Have you guys heard about Sebastian's Instagram?
What about it?
No, I don't know. What is it? What is his Instagram?
I don't think this is like too spoiler heavy. Are you guys okay with this?
Oh yeah, I think I saw the pictures.
Hold on, what's his handle? I want to look.
It's like Island Love Story or something like that. Because like I'm so serious right now. So Sebastian and Jenna are like madly in love, and they're like buying a house together, and it's like all these pictures of them together and stuff.
Island Love Story?
It's something like that.
Island.
I read it the other day.
I went to Island Love Story and it's a picture of a cock. What are you trying to do to me?
Oh, I thought it was a cock.
Oh my gosh. I will find this while you guys keep chatting. But like seriously, it's like so many photos of them like together, and like they're like, I've found my other person in life, and like they're like
can we stop having these idiots going on reality shows and finding their one true love? Like this is not Are You the One or The Bachelor.
Right.
Like send them on the actual love shows and give me people that are there to compete, not people.
I know, after Big Brother 19, like I'm done with showmances.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the worst.
It
That
was
was
Big,
the
Big,
worst.
There were
Brother
three
19. They have
showmances
two
on that
people.
season. I was
Yeah,
like,
there was 3.
And they're
Yeah.
all together.
awful.
They're all still together.
But I do
And
like
they
Justin.
were- I know this is not a Big Brother thing, but I'm just gonna say this: when you have all those showmances in a season, of course they're gonna want to jerk each other off in bed instead of strategize. That makes it so easy for a Paul to take control.
Yeah.
And then to loop it back down to Survivor, it looks like they're trying to build that Sebastian love story up for next week. I saw in the preview, so
Oh, yeah, I saw that too. Ew, and they just look goofy together. It's just like, it's not even I'm not being judgy, but it's not even an attractive couple. It's not a couple I want to look at.
can you imagine how much
Yeah,
they
it's
smell?
I know.
They probably stink, and she probably has armpit hair and leg hair. Like,
Ew.
And the J hair. There's hair everywhere.
there's
And
hair
the stank.
everywhere. They smell. I bet Sebastian.
I mean, the stank is.
They smell like ass.
Like, have you ever looked at someone and you're like, I know you smell. I can tell.
And they don't
Sebastian
have toilet paper, so you know they smell like ass.
Oh, it's open ass all day, all night, 24/7. And listen,
man.
I don't care if I met Prince Charming on Survivor, baby. It's got to wait until the show's over because everything stinks. My butt, my vagina, my breath, my hair. I'm being real. It's rank. It ain't happening.
And it's only 39 days. Like, keep it in your pants, people.
Yeah.
Seriously, but how can you have any type of libido stinking that bad and being that stressed out? How could you even think?
You go
About
nose
it.
blind. Some people think you go nose blind. Like, look at the people that on the freaking show Hoarders. They can't smell dead fucking cats and piles of cat shit.
Which episode
Seriously.
is this?
Oh my God. There was a woman who literally had a bathtub and a toilet full of cat shit. And then she had boxes with a dead fucking cat under it in her basement. It was horrible.
Wait, hold on. Breaking news. Balin just said in the chat, it's open ass all day, all night, 24/7. That's also what Allison has on her business cards.
I want one of those.
Balin, I haven't handed them out yet.
I'm looking for this Instagram, but I can't find it. But I promise you, it's there somewhere. I'll try and find it and send it to you guys later.
Island Love? Is that what it?
It's something like Island Love Story or like
No, that's the
Castaway
cock one.
Lovers or like something like that. Oh my god, I should have followed it. Man.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if let me bring up.
I will not voluntarily
all the
look up
pixels.
his Instagram because I imagine it to be the equivalence to a Goosebump story. Like, I don't want to
really
see
really like Surfer
him
Bro.
doing stuff ever. Like, I can barely stomach him on Survivor. Why would I go out and look for more pictures of him?
Right.
Such a...
I
Like,
don't-
actually, he reminds me of Sloth from the Goonies. That's what he reminds me of. I'm just like, what is that face thing where it's like...
Oh my God. He said Sloth from the Goonies. I didn't think about Baby Ruth.
It's the love story coming out next week.
Oh
Sloth.
my God. That's
That
All
makes
right,
sense.
here I got it. Let me share my screen. Hold on.
I'm
Found
just
it?
gonna share it. Okay, everyone, brace yourself.
I'm in the all the fixins group, with Corinne and Max.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, I remember those two. They were
Yeah.
on seasons of Survivor, right? Trying to throw some
Yeah.
shade at hashtag sequester.
Who? What?
Yeah, they did that because of me, because I'm in the group.
Nah, they can go fuck off.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's now I better leave it big. Here they are.
Yeah.
Oh, so they like really are a couple and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
They,
well, you
I
know.
think that they're like buying a house together and all this stuff.
Yep. So
Ugh.
See, this is when I go all CSI and stuff, and I start looking at the date stamp of the pictures.
Oh, I already did that. Yeah. And
Yeah.
trust me, my my Insta skills are really.
Getting this.
But yeah, they've been posting this stuff for a while now. So I guess like they got into showmance and then they've like continued on like since filming and stuff. So
I'm just kind of curious when they started posting, because I mean, like when did they film this season? In September or
during the summer?
Almost.
Yeah, during the
They
summer.
filmed both of them back to back in springtime, I thought.
okay.
Because they do back to back for production reasons. Like,
Yeah,
costs,
honestly,
like
it's like in
and
April
then they do
and
one and then the other, and they break it down.
Right.
Well, after this week's episode, who do you think, and we'll go one by one, who do you think? I said Stephanie would go home this week, and of course I was wrong. I don't even know why I bother even, guessing. But who do you think who do you think next week will shine the most? Like, who do you think will go home, or who do you think they'll focus on, or I don't know.
So you want two names. You want like someone who will be the star and then someone who will be like the fucker going home?
True.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Ethan?
Oh, you want me to start?
Or you can start if you want.
I feel like we're gonna get. I've loved the vacation from him, but I think Donathan is gonna get a big edit next episode. They already teased it a little bit, and I'm sick of his voice already again. Nothing against people from the South. I love your accent, Allison. I love who else do I know from the South even? I think you're like my only friend from the South.
I'm tolerable.
But anyways, and I think like it's gotta be someone from the Purple Tribe that's going home. Like they lucked out this week on immunity.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's gonna be Chris. Or it might be Skeletor, that the evil Trish. She might go too. I just don't. What was the name? Elena?
Angela.
Oh, Angela.
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 Skeletor is Angela.
Okay.
Yeah.
She is really angry.
She's pissed, but whatever. She was on the show for 2 seconds. I don't know. I don't really have any. I mean, I just kind of feel like like you said, I think Donathan, I agree. Donathan and Chris, I think, will have a bromance edit next week.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's going to get shoved in our faces and down our throats. And it's just going to be.
Every gay man's fantasy to have an overbearing New Yorker pay attention to you.
Yeah. I mean, it's just going to be a shit show. And I don't know who's going to go home. I mean, they could turn around on us and Donathan could go home and break everyone's heart, or I don't know. That's just what I've got.
Well, I will say last week I predicted that Brendan would go home. Remember, because I was talking about I hope that he goes home like Andrew Savage style. So I'm on a hot streak. So I think I'm going to say next week. I agree with Ethan that I think Chris is going to go home, mm-hmm. and I think that Wendell's really going to be a driving force for it, and I think that it's going to be like his coming out episode in terms of like his story and like having a big strategic move and swinging it all in his favor. So I'm locking that in now. Chris is going home, and Wendell's going to be the star of the show.
Okay.
I definitely agree. Chris is going home. I don't know who's going to be the star though. I have no clue.
Just as long as it's not red eyebrows.
Or Bradley. Like, he can not be on my screen until his eviction. I'd be happy. Give him the Purple Kelly edit at this point.
Right.
We're gonna get a buttload of Bradley during a buttload of Bradley at the beginning of next week's episode, because they always have to do the dramatic walk back from tribal council in the dark.
I could just imagine Bradley's like confessional now. So this is what happens when you mess with me.
God. I'm so
mess with the bull, you get the horn.
You can't turn my people.
And I'm regretting that choice right now.
I totally forgot he was on the show. Like that's how memorable he's been up until tonight. I forgot he was there. I had no idea.
Yeah.
When he popped up on the screen, I was like, "Who's this? Hold on."
There's a lot of them. I have to say, there are a lot of them that I say, "Who's that?"
Yeah.
I don't know her.
I couldn't stop laughing when I wrote down that Chelsea's first words were "I'm sitting." Like, so like,
I'm sitting.
Just imagine like getting cast on a show like Survivor and like leaving the real world to like go on this like amazing adventure, and you're literally like watching it back at home, and after 3 episodes go by and you don't say shit, the first words you say are "I'm sitting," like so like monotone. Poor girl, but
We'll
I'm
see in the
not
final
getting-
three.
Yeah, I'm not good enough for this challenge. Majority rules in my tribe. I suck.
I have to say, I'm really impressed with Laurel,
Yeah.
and I hope we get to see more of what she's got because she seems like a player.
She was getting choked out during the reward
She was a
challenge.
beast, though.
yeah, she really was,
Yeah,
and she went twice.
yeah. So I
Oh, wait.
really hope we get to see more of her.
With Laurel, she's the one who's from Yale and
Right.
one athlete, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is the beast that they should really be looking out for.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about any of her allies. She's going to be the one to watch for them because
She's like a dark horse.
Yeah,
she is.
absolutely. And
Well,
she,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that she's also doing a really great job, like making these personal connections with people. So on the first episode, like she had this really great bond with Donathan, and she paid the bill for that in a really positive way in this episode because she was able to bring in Dominic and say like, yeah, I can get Donathan too. She's really great, doing a great job of putting together all these pieces based on relationships that she's building really naturally.
Right, because she kept her mouth shut for the first week or so.
Yeah.
And form relationships and not, get out there and play hard.
Yeah.
You have to form the relationships first. You got to, get to know people on a human level.
Right.
Well, it looks like Donathan, who's it? Donathan, Dominic, Wendell, and Laurel look like a possible foursome.
Yeah.
But with Donathan being hypnotized or dickmatized by Chris, that's going to change. That could change things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bless his heart. Oh, Lord have
Yeah,
mercy.
he seems, he definitely is dazzled by shiny objects very easily. Like the first time he saw
That's one way to put it.
The first time he saw Laurel was like the first time he ever saw a black person. He was like,
I'm like, what are you talking about? You've never seen a black person in the South. He's like, I've never seen a black. Where do you live?
you must live in the backwoods somewhere and never come out.
Yeah, and then calling James exotic.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
He's a tough guy. I bet he'd come on the show if we asked him.
I think so.
Jonathan?
Donathan?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're under contract while the season is airing.
I don't know.
I could see that being a thing.
He's pretty active on Reddit and Twitter and all that, so I'm sure he would love the opportunity to share his annoying little voice with y'all.
We'll
Ethan,
make sure that you're here
would
for
you
it.
come on the show if Jonathan came on the show?
I would probably make him cry, so no.
No.
And it probably would not be a Survivor recap. It would just be
Oh my god.
not a good mix. So no, probably not. I don't like to surround myself with people that I don't like, as you saw in Sequester.
Oh,
Yeah.
honey, yes, I know. We know. Trust me. We know.
Is that why you got me out so early, Ethan?
No, girl, I would have loved to save you. That was like episode 1, season 1, pilot extraordinaire. That
Nobody
was like,
knew anything, right?
we're like, we don't know what's going on, so we might as well get out the mom who has like 20,000 Twitter followers. To be fair though, I went against your nemesis, Blake, was my target. I just couldn't control everyone else. So when I heard it was like, oh, let's get out Deb, I'm like, well, she only has 3 letters to her name. That's going to stick more than Blake. So, bye, Deb.
Oh, we have a question in the chat room. Mars wants to know if you guys, including Phelan, were back on Sequester in the same cycle, what would be the name of your alliance?
Oh my God.
Oh, I don't know. Wendy
I don't know.
Farr?
Ask Phelan. Let Phelan name the alliance.
I did like Blake's name for season 1. There was an alliance of Kim, Maria, and Deb called the Sisterhood of the Traveling Granny Panties.
Hell
that was pretty
I'm
funny.
all about it.
Shout out to Maria.
Um,
Shout out to Kim.
I don't know. I'm stuck here with like 3 fabulous, beautiful women, so I don't know what I would call it.
Oh, well, we just be like, I don't know. I'm not very creative when it comes to I'd be like, well, yeah, we're the glam squad. I don't know.
I don't know. It's
You know
like
what?
a
If we
feeling.
really
She's
did
creative.
have an alliance of us 4, they all would be fucked because
God, yeah.
we're
It,
smart enough to know not to talk about it so much, so like it wouldn't get blown up. But if we all like worked together the way that we did on All Stars Allison, but in the form of 2 more people, they would be fucked.
it'd be a hard pill for some people to swallow, because the problem with some people is they think because you're not out and about airing everything you're doing that you're not playing the game.
Yeah.
Phelan had
Try playing the game for once and let's see. You know what I'm saying?
What was
Probably.
Phelan?
Phelan
Oh.
said probably on pills, as you guys know.
Probably on pills. I love that.
Pop. Probably on pills. Pop.
You know what? Phelan, if I have the pleasure of playing another org with you, we'll make the pop happen.
Pop. That's it right here. You've been warned.
We'll do some booty pop.
Pop, pop.
Ethan, have you submitted for Big Brother or Survivor or anything recently?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Both or just one or the other?
I've never applied for Survivor, and it only comes through the idea of, I just remember Taj telling a story how she got bug bites that have scarred her legs for her entire life.
Huh.
I don't think I would want to have to deal with like the physical transformation aspect of starving, being chomped on by bugs in the middle of the Amazons. So I don't
Well,
think I could do Survivor
I don't
unless
think-
they do like Survivor New York City. I'll do
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You know, that's a good idea. They should do something like that. Like a
Urban Survivor,
Yeah, Urban
Streets of the
Survivor.
City. I'd be
Yeah,
down
they
for that.
they should do Survivor for shut-ins like us who are at home all the time, and like we have to sit and we can't like touch our phones for an hour, or we can't watch TV for like a
God.
day, or holy shit,
they
I
bring
would
in, like,
die.
You know those
That's all
computers
for
that are like on wheels that like you like move around? Like they bring like all these computer monitors to an island and
Yeah.
you guys are just like, playing on there.
Instead of
right.
like finding food, you have to
Kind of
find
like
an outlet.
Shellbot.
Right.
Yeah, like the Sheldon robot. Shellbot.
Yeah. Exactly.
It'd be a mess, because the first time I saw a bug bigger than my face, I'd be like, when we're going to tribal council, no need to vote. I'm done. I'll be it. I can't.
You guys know do you know when the ideal time to apply to Survivor is?
Now, you wanna apply. So they have different cycles. They
Yeah.
just wrapped up for the next 2 seasons, so they're already shipping them off to finals and all that.
Yeah.
But if you want to be at the top of the pile for calls, I have a couple friends that have already gotten callbacks this year. So make your audition tape and send it in, because they
Okay.
start that shit super early.
Yeah.
Unlike Big Brother, which is a sprint from like
Yeah.
January to May, Survivor is like a year-long thing, and they just continuously cycle it out. But right now, you'd be at the top of the pile, which is great.
Okay. I will
Because
keep that.
casting associates are, so in the tier of casting, you have casting associates, which are the bitches. Then you have the casting producers, casting directors, and then you have Lynn Spillman. You're gonna have the casting associates doing like the first round calls for like the next like 4 or 5 months. So
Yeah.
that's like the prime time to do it.
Right.
Look
Okay.
at you hitting us up with some knowledge over here.
Well, I hope to see Allison, Deb, or even you, Tyler, on a show soon. That'd be really fun.
I
God,
would
I'm-
love to see you on Big Brother. I even said the other day when you were coming on the show, I think I told Tyler, I said, he's the person that you want to see on Big Brother. Like, you want to
Yes.
see his diary room. Like, you
He
want
will
to
fuck
see this
shit
guy.
up.
Yeah, he fucks shit up.
Mhm.
Stay tuned. Who knows?
Um,
Who freaking
Real
knows?
quick, in the chat room, Joy-Con Thomas wants to know, what is Sequester? What is it? SequesterAccess.com? Is that the website?
Yeah.
It's still up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Um,
SequesterAccess.com.
it is a game that Audrey Middleton from, is it Big Brother 17?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
created, and it's kind of like Big Brother, but it's online, and we play in chat rooms, and there's challenges. You could actually go to sequesteraccess.com and go down to the cycle seasons, but we call them cycles, and you can watch actually a couple of episodes and see. What'd you say?
Like Top Model, America's Next Top Model with Tyra Banks, just like that. We got cycles.
I just keep thinking, it's when I say cycle, I think of my next period.
Yeah, me too.
All right, guys, let's go around. Let's go around and tell everyone how they, if you want to be stalked on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, go around and tell everyone how they can find you. Anyone can start.
The Witness Protection Program.
You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram as Diagus. It's spelled D as in dog, I as in igloo, A as in apple, G as in gopher, A as in apple, S as in suck it. Diagus for Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Cool. Okay. And I am on all social media as @TLyonz, so TLYONZZ.
And
I'm on Twitter at MyNextLifeDebbie, DEBI.
And okay, and of course y'all know it. And I gotta get hold of my stuff out real quick. Please subscribe to My Weekly Meltdown on YouTube. And please like the Facebook page, My Weekly Meltdown on Facebook. I can also be found on Instagram at the.memphis.darling. I am also on the Twitter @Summers, SOMMERS 1977. And I want to say thank you so much, Ethan, for coming on. I would love to have you back on with us in the future. As always, Deborah G. and Tyler, we will see you guys next Wednesday at 8 Central to talk about episode 5 of Survivor, and we can all hear how wrong I was with my predictions.
And we got to do some update Big Brother Canada.
We'll be doing a Big Brother Canada update on early Saturday afternoon as well, and we'll post that. And you got to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you got to like the My Weekly Meltdown so you get updates, when we're doing it. Because, I don't have time to babysit. Like Bradley said tonight. I have time to babysit.
Oh, Lord. He needs a babysitter himself. Call up Corinne's nanny from The Bachelor. Send him to Bradley. He needs a binky. He needs a massage. He thinks like he deserves the entire world, but it's all going to come crashing down on him soon.
I can't wait for it.
It'll be epic. It'll be epic. I can't wait.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Y'all don't hang up, but I'm going to stop the rocket, but you guys stand. All right. We will see you guys Saturday for Big Brother Canada and next Wednesday for Survivor Ghost Island episode 5. We will see you guys then. Thank you for watching.
Bye, guys. Bye.